Welcome back to Magnificent Machines Part 2, and if you didn't watch the previous episode, feel free to go and do that. However, Part 2 is going to be dealing with this champagne for the event, as well as some planks, some delivering of all of that, and let's see where that gets us in the mission. So here's the event down here, you see it right here, and we just have to basically bring in stuff. So that's not going to be too hard, and as long as we can get there by road. So planks is connected by road. Yes it is. How about champagne? That is also connected by road. So yeah, no need for anything particularly special. Just let's bring ourselves a truck unload stop, and hopefully you are going to be, oh, you're not going to count, you have to be down here to count. Fine. And that means we're just going to need basically a truck station at the champagne sort of factory. And let's make sure it is indeed just basically connected. And then down over near the planks. I think we've already got one for planks, haven't we? Yes, we do. Okay, cool. So I don't need to do anything else there. We just need to create two lines. So we want planks to workshop. We could just change this one, to be honest. So instead of going from Le Mans Central to the Avenue, we can delete the Avenue and add a station for planks to this station over here, this stop over here. Okay, so planks to event, and we can always move them back to the workshop later. And then champagne, we don't have a line at all, so we better create a new line for that. So champagne to event. Okay, and then we'll just get that, so add a basically a station there, and again to our event. Okay, now the line that we previously just edited will already have vehicles on it. This one will not, so we just need to add some vehicles. Down to the Paris Road Depot we go, buy some, oh, in fact, hang on, do I have road vehicles? Is that an actual, what kind of vehicle is that? Let's just go for cargo vehicles. Is that a cargo vehicle? I can't tell, I don't think it is. Let's just buy 4 cargo vehicles. Yep, they're different, so clearly they're the ones that are not road vehicles. And we need 35 sort of planks, but this is going to be the champagne one. But what's the capacity of each one of these? Buy another vehicle. 5. I'm just going to buy a couple more. So they should be able to get it done in one run. And we'll send them to champagne to event. Off they go. And now we just need to wait for all of those to arrive, I think. Let's just take a look at the other line. So vehicle manager for planks to event. Let's take a look at where the road vehicles are right now. Yeah, they've basically decided, what do? You've changed things on me. So if you ever manage to just break things like this, go to your vehicle manager, choose all of these vehicles, and if we send them to the depot and then pull them back out again, they should correctly work. Okay, so let's just get that, and planks to event. Okay. Although, oh, hang on, it's just because I've been paused. Yep, they weren't broken whatsoever. Never mind. Okay, so let's wait for those all to arrive, and then we should be good to go for the event. And the first leg of this is done, delivering champagne, but we also have this side mission, so we may as well take that as well. You'll see over here, deliver champagne to the Austrian's workshop. Okay, so this is where he wants champagne, and we already have basically a station there. So if we just go over here, go to the champagne to event, and then we can just change in the line options. Basically, we can remove, well, in fact, hang on, we better go and see which one that is. That's South Street. Okay, so we don't want to. We want to remove South Street, and we want to instead add this station. And it probably doesn't matter how much of this we actually deliver, but hey, we can do that automatically. So that's going to take care of that, and then we're just going to need to wait for the planks to arrive, which is an awful long way. It might be worthwhile at some point to just thinking about have like a long distance railway along here. It takes a long time to actually get there by road. Anyway, let's bring you back once they're nearly finished. Okay, the Austrian is deciding to throw himself off the Eiffel Tower. Take precautions to make his landing a soft one. So place a haystack under the Eiffel Tower. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to do that, to be perfectly honest. There isn't a button here. And I'm not sure if we have haystacks, so it's not immediately obvious. Sometimes that's an issue with this game, in that it doesn't actually tell you how to do things when you want them. Okay, I'll need to go and look it up. In comes our last 5 planks.
We're off. Guests from all over Europe want to marvel at your flying skills. Even the president is here. Show the audience your stuff and win first prize in the long-distance race.
Okay, so buy an airplane and fly at least 2,000 meters. Okay, so I guess we're going to buy an airplane again. Can we actually do that from here? I want a vehicle manager. Can I actually do that? Yep, it appears here, REM Airfield. So buy a vehicle, and again, we're stuck with this Blériot 11, and we'll buy one. Okay, and then I guess we're going to have to just make it fly to places. So we already have a way to do that. We already have a Daring Air route, and that should start it off. So there is our little craft. It's going to pick up any passengers, but not that there should be any passengers here. And it should start flying through its whole route. Take off. And there it goes. That actually should go pretty quickly. In fact, that's going to go without me cutting forwards. 1 kilometer. It'll probably ask me to sell this, you know, just after I finish it.
What a pain. You're that close to winning when an American forces you out in the race for the cup. But Baroness LaRoche is obsessed with flying and eager to buy your airplane.
Okay, so I guess... well, I guess we can just sell it again.
An English publisher, a certain Lord Rawnsley, organises a flying contest from London to Paris. He wants to use it to prove that no one else is a match for England in the air. But you're going to turn the tables on him. Your friend is delighted by your daring proposal and willing to entrust you with a plane from his latest series if you assist him during production.
Let me guess, is it a Blériot 11?
Want to
Really?
place a large order with your friend Blériot. Newly established flight training schools are showing interest. The same goes for flamboyant thrill seekers and, of course, the military. Which order should your friend accept first?
Okay, airplanes for the military, for the flight schools, or for stunt flying. Well, it's in 1910. We probably best have some planes for the military.
The military wants to supervise the production process on site and dispatch a delegation to do so. Make sure they find their way to the hangar.
Okay, although it's already transported 6 people to the production facility in Le Mans. Okay. That's presumably where that is, and we just need to transport people. Now, I'm just wondering if that's already been one of my existing routes or not, so I need to go and check out how that is. It just presumably doesn't say where you have to pick them up from. You just have to take them here. So we already have a bus route, essentially, I think. I thought there's a lot of people there waiting for that event line. Yes, but it also counts because it's actually right next to this airfield supply and right next to the airfield. So I guess all we need to do is just go and take a look at the event line and take a look at road vehicles on the event line. Yeah, there are already 6 of them out there, and you'll see they're already transporting, so I don't need to do anything just because of where I placed that. But if you do need to do it for your game, just bear in mind we need to put it. Otherwise, we are perfectly fine. Never even thought to look here. In the assets menu underneath terrain, there is a haystack. You can place a haystack wherever you like. Okay, interesting. Let's put one there.
It's a close shave again, but nothing serious. The Batman is more or less in one piece and already staggering off to design a new suit.
Okay, and then we just need to wait for the rest of these personnel to arrive for the army. And here comes our last bus, basically, and it's leading a small trail of traffic behind it, yet causing more congestion. Yeah, now here it comes. It just has to drop people off here, where there are a lot of people waiting to be picked up.
With your help, Mr. Blériot was able to design the ideal airplane for the London to Paris race. A large number of magnificent men with their flying machines from all over Europe waits at the starting line. Show them which nation truly masters aviation.
Okay, so we need to go from London to Paris, and you'll see we already have basically both airfields established, so easy enough. So London to Paris. At this point in time, there is clearly only one airfield in London, so never mind. Rather than 4 or however many there are these days. Let's just take a look. So stations to add, yes, let's just add London and Paris. And there we go. Big loop. And then we just need to basically get a complete flight. So that means I'm just going to go and buy a vehicle. And yes, it's the Blériot 11 again. And then we'll just assign it to London to Paris. And off it should go. There it is. There's only room for 1 passenger, mind you, so it's not like we're going to get that much profit from this thing. But I imagine in the next mission we'll probably get to a slightly larger aircraft that indeed have room for more passengers. So we just have to basically take off and land. That shouldn't take it very long at all. And in they come in to land. The timescale really isn't accurate in this game. Multiple days are passing while he's traveling over the channel. So yeah, I'm not going to object too strenuously. Anyway, he's landed, or he has landed, but not counted yet until he delivers his passenger or whatever. Until we come to the terminal. And there we go. So we've completed the Magnificent Machines mission. Why don't we just carry on to the main menu and let's see what the next mission is.
The Midwest in the golden 20s. The US economy is booming. The constantly growing cities are pulsing with life. Motorcars crowd the streets, which will soon be too narrow for all the traffic. Exhaust pipes blast their fumes in the urban canyons, while radios blast out new kinds of music. A new era is dawning.
And we have 3 bonus tasks: corporate identity, housewife Betty, and environmentalism. Okay, environmentalism? What could that be? Maybe all this smoke from our cars is not particularly friendly for the environment. Anyway, off we go.
In the automotive business, for example, as luck would have it, no one wanted to buy a car from you. Then you noticed that people like to be chauffeured around in your cars. So why not make your living doing it?
Sounds like the inventor of the taxi industry.
Set up a bus company for everyone who can't afford a car.
Aww. No private hire.
Let the American dream come true. You've been driving people across the country in a spacious automobile for quite some time now. At first, it was just your former buddies from the iron mine up in Alice. But word of the advantages you have to offer has gotten around. Now, so many people want to get in on the pleasure of your transportation service that it's impossible for you to manage all by yourself. You need capable staff. Several young people can be found in the surrounding area who are currently looking for a job and would be suitable for your company. Get them together and bring them here.
Okay, so Minneapolis it is, across a river, and yeah, we have to get people to the training center, which is just a loop of dirt road. Fine, so let's get them to that and let's get going. So a bus or tram stop near here will do fine, and then we're just gonna have to get them from the town center somewhere. So why don't we just put it sort of right in the town. Well, it may be in a city at this point, but let's put it right there. And the usual thing here is we're just going to need a road depot somewhere, and let's just put it out of town a little bit. Yeah, maybe out here. Just in case, I don't want it to interfere with any future railroads I may have to build. Just in case. And you're not going to let me connect. There. That's connected. Good. What vehicles have we got for this? We got passenger vehicles. The Schneider PB2. It is a diesel. It has 9 capacity. That's quite good. We only need 10 people. So, yeah, we'll just have a couple of these to get started. And it goes at 50 kilometers an hour. So that's much faster than we're normally used to. Let's get 2 of these. Okay. Assign them to a new line. Yeah, I guess good. I can actually assign them that way. That saves me some time. Glad I found that. So let's click on the station. One there. And one up there. Good. And now let's just call this Apprentices to Training Center. I'm going to click Training Center the English way, just because that's how I roll. Anyway, that should be started, I think. Are they already out there? They are, I would imagine. Let's start the game. Yep, and they're leaving right now. Let's bring you forward until they've delivered some apprentices. While they're doing that, I should note that the roads have different speed limits on them, depending on what size road you build. So the small country roads are somewhat better than the small streets in that they have a higher speed limit. So, for example, if we wanted a road that could basically deal with that car that we just bought, well, one, I can't actually buy anything larger than this small country road. So, a small country road, the small version is 40 kilometers instead of 20 kilometers per hour. But that means if I want to get these buses running at full speed, I have to go for a large street, which I haven't really done before. So it might be interesting. Or just limit them a little bit by going to a medium street. And some of these are already medium streets, I can see. That must be the large street there. So we can probably stay with medium streets for now, I think. And maybe upgrade some of this as we actually go forward in the game. Do you actually have any apprentices on board? You have 2. Okay. And how many do you have on board? None. Okay. Maybe I should put some more bus stops around town. That's probably a good idea anyway. So I'll just go ahead and do that. And I did try to buy even more buses, but it wouldn't let me actually buy any more. It lets me buy 3 total, and I've put the rest of the bus stops down here, which will cover all the extra area that this particular stop will not cover. So they will pick up people anyway, but I think this is our bus arriving with our last passengers for the apprentices.
Your employees ought to drive properly, otherwise people get car sick, and that in turn is bad for business. It's high time that a training route was set up.
Okay, so establish a line for buses and trucks on the test route and have vehicles drive there. Interesting. So a bus line and a truck line, so fair enough. We can do that fairly straightforwardly. We have just maybe 2 bus stops like that, and maybe 2 bus stops, truck unload stops, yes. I'm not sure whether we'll need any sort of pickup station, but let's just try just regular stops and just create 2 test lines for that. So one line is just basically this one and this one. Okay, and a new line again is just this one and this one. Okay, so this one's going to be our training bus route, training bus, and this one's going to be our training truck route. Okay, training truck. Okay, now the only way to get onto those things, well, we need a depot on them, or we just need to link that track by road to everything else, and then hopefully we can get stuff in there. So why don't we just get maybe a link road going to that. Okay, and we should be able to hopefully have sort of a connection. Let's just make that as short as possible. Okay, and then they can get onto that line just fine. Fine, so that means I should now be able to actually buy some new vehicles. Will you let me have a passenger vehicle? Another one? No. Okay, so I'm going to have to basically take one of the ones off my road vehicles, and I'm going to have to reassign it to a training bus. Okay, then we're going to just go and buy vehicles. We're going to buy a cargo truck. It's a flatbed truck. Again, same speed limit, and we can just basically assign that to training truck. Okay, so that should be enough, and we just have to wait for them to come in and fulfill basically dropping stuff off. Although they can't really do that, but that's perfectly fine. Okay, so it just transitioned to this. It's basically saying train staff in order to increase the number of available vehicles to at least 10. So we have to basically have them train until this increases to 100%, and then presumably we have to get buses available up to 10 here, or either 5 of each, either way. Not quite sure which way around this is, so adding a bit more complexity to the game in that you don't just get to buy however many vehicles you like at the start. So, okay, let's skip forwards until that bus training is done and the truck training is done. And here our bus training is about to hit 5 buses available, I think. Yep, there's 5. And the same thing again for truck. We want to get that to 5 as well. And let's see whether that works. Yes, it does.
You've trained a fair number of reputable driving staff, and you need them too. Traveling by bus is becoming more and more popular. To keep the streets from becoming completely clogged, yet still enable the automotive industry to keep on selling cars, a license to provide transportation services has to be acquired. Time to get into the long-distance bus business. You've already gotten a license for transportation services in Minneapolis. Get your hands on more licenses so that your bus business gets rolling.
Okay, so we have to get service licenses just by clicking on basically on the question marks. Or getting close enough to click on the question marks, maybe. Come on, I'm clicking on the question mark right here. Look, question mark. Yep. Again, sometimes this game is a little bit off. Nope. Okay. I will do this, but I may do it off camera. It just normally requires clicking on the right thing. Oh, there we go. We got the box over here. So, acquire now. Okay, and acquire now. It's costing us $6 million per license. Okay. Fine. And we have established at least 3 bus lines by the appropriate licenses for this in the respective town centres. So, if we have one for Eau Claire, over to St. Cloud and Rochester, we can just ignore Lacrosse. That's just out of the way. So let's just get one here. Clicking on this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that is 3 licenses. It has cost us quite 11 million funds or so. So let's just get some bus routes, and we'll just do that fairly straightforwardly. We'll just be able to add them to the rest. So we're just going to get, first of all, a few buses. And our buses available are going to increasing here on the left. So I'm going to just buy 3 more buses. Yeah, I'm going to create one with 2 buses on it, and the other one with... Oh, in fact, I've got... yeah, still only have 3 available. Well, I could probably get 4 available eventually, but for now, that's fine. I'm just going to buy a passenger vehicle, 3 of them. And that will do, and then we'll just basically assign one to a new line. So, to a new line up here. And we're going to add this central station here. And then we're going to add probably another station over here. So let's just actually put some stations down first before I do this. Buildings, bus, tram stop. These are going to be quite basically able to cover the entire area really easily. We'll just do the same thing over here in St. Cloud. Or if they pronounce that differently, I apologize to anyone near Minneapolis. And then in Rochester. Okay. And then we'll just assign that to the line. So that's our line 1. Add a station to here. Okay, and then we'll add another line here as well. Line 2. And this one is going to be just, again, I'm going to click on that center section, or maybe even just these outer ones. Let's just go for these outer ones. And go over here. And go over here. That's a long distance trip. Let's take that last one off. And let's have 3 separate ones. Okay, and then we'll just assign 1 vehicle to each. So we want a new line again. And let's just go from here down to Rochester. Okay, and that's hopefully a little bit better. I'm not going to worry about renaming them just yet, and we can just assign them to that. So there's our road depot. Well, line 1's already got assignments, so line 2 can go there. And line 3, whoops, line 3 can go there. Passengers boarded north of 50, and we have our bus stations built, so we don't need to do much else. We have 1 extra bus that we can actually grab, but these buses can carry 9 each, and there's 3 of them going, so we can just probably... Yeah, let's just add another vehicle. Why not, if we can buy one? And let's reassign that to line 1, and just wait, really.
Business is running fabulously, although your passengers are getting seriously bounced around on the out-of-town routes. The roads are in a poor state. Relief is supposed to come via a government program to fund road construction. Support the efforts toward road improvement so that the ride in your buses is more comfortable in the future. Make sure the road construction proceeds quickly by taking over delivery of the necessary construction materials.
Okay, so supply the road maintenance depots with a total of 100 construction materials, so that's down here, and 100 asphalt, which is right next to Minneapolis. That's not a problem. And then the road maintenance depots. It doesn't tell me where those are. It doesn't have a clickable link for them. I assume they're around somewhere, however.
First and foremost,
Oh.
it takes one thing to make a successful business even more successful: good marketing. That not only includes employees with meticulous manners and snappy uniforms, it means good-looking buses too. Provide for a well-done presentation scenario down to the last detail.
Let's accept that as well.
Since you've already been able to get hold of several route permits, now it's worth it to lend each individual line a distinctive character.
Okay, paint the buses, it says. Fine. Vehicle manager, can we actually just do that from here? So if I just choose this one and these, can I have any options here as far as selecting them is concerned? No, I don't want to do that. Clone them, replace them, configure maintenance, set color. Yes. So I'm going to set those to be blue. Okay. And then, as you might imagine, I'm going to set these, as long as I'm not selecting the others. Yeah, I'm going to select this to be orange. Okay, and the same thing with these. We're going to go for purple. Okay. So, at least 5 different lines. I don't have 5 different lines, so I'm just going to have to create them. And we're also going to need to go and supply this road maintenance depot. Now, we're roughly out of time for this episode, I think, so again, I'm going to split this across 2 episodes. So we've got started here. We're clearly going to need to deliver that asphalt somewhere. So I need to go and find where that is on the map, but we'll do that at the start of next episode. And from there, well, we'll see where we get to. Oh, in fact, there's our maintenance depot. Already found it. Yep, so we need to basically bring construction materials to here, and there's probably a number of them around. Yeah, there's one there as well. And one, presumably another one somewhere? Don't see one. No, so just 2 here. Maybe they'll build a bridge at some point. Anyway, we need to get that to next episode. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you have, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to click on the bell if you're a subscriber, and you can get notifications of new episodes. And of course, more importantly than all that, if you see things you can improve, put it down in the comments below, and we'll pick it up for next episode. As always, guys, thanks for watching.